Hey guys, Marstingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're getting another one of the no item runs out of the way for the new 10 stages of Super Battle Road. Getting very close to having them all done. Obviously, again, if you haven't been following the situation, I did record all of these on the day the new stages came out, and then it's just been a process of going through recording all the commentary and all that stuff, because you know what it's like at this time of year, so much stuff going on. But we got the Vegeta family stage done. This stage I obviously knew, like, right from the start that I wanted to use the rotation of the Dark Mask King and the Black Mask Saiyan. They not only work super well together because they have a very similar link set, but they work so well together because the Dark Mask King is really good defensively, and then the Black Mask Saiyan is the better one for offense. So you put your Dark Mask King in slot 1. As soon as he takes his first hit, he gets a massive defense boost, and then he obviously heals on super attack as well, so he can tank really well in the first slot. And then obviously the Black Mask Saiyan, he gets all of his stats. He's one of those units where he gets attack and defense on super attack, so he really needs to be in slot 2. So obviously he works perfectly with someone who's pretty much designed to go in slot 1, and also has, you know, incredible defense. Plus, as I say, the Dark Mask King heals on super, and both of them lower attack as well. So that makes it really good because we can spread out their attacks if we need to. So we've hit both of these guys. They're both attack lowered. And then of course for the Vegeta family, no Super Battle Road team setup would be complete without bringing the STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, one of the best tanks in the game, especially for Super Battle Road, because his passive lasts for 10 turns, which a Super Battle Road battle is never going to go on for that long. So it just means he's basically never going to take any damage. He has a 50% chance to stun. Unfortunately, he doesn't come through here. We do get the additional super though. He is a unit as well. He gets a massive boost to attack if the enemy he's attacking is already stunned. So it can be really good for him to get additionals, which, to be fair, is ideal because a unit like him, you want him to be stunning, so you probably want to give him a bunch of additionals anyway. And then, of course, we are running the double Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta leads. We talked about this briefly in the Goku family run, video, but Vegeta is at a slight disadvantage compared to the Super Saiyan 4 Goku because you do need to get his 18 key super in order for him to raise his defense. If you only get his 12 key super, then he doesn't. And it probably happens a couple of times throughout this run, and you'll see the significant difference in the amount of damage that he takes when we don't do that. But here you can see, even without a support unit on the rotation, Dark Mask King just takes double-digit damage. He obviously doesn't hit the hardest, but he does heal based on the amount of damage that he does. I believe it's 10%, which is a pretty decent amount. Like, it means we healed more than that super attack just did to us from him supering. And then, of course, like I say, they both lower attack, so if we keep alternating their attacks between the different opponents, they can't do a huge amount of damage to us. So I brought the STR EZA Margin Vegeta that you see here. He can be pretty good. Once he picks up a significant amount of orbs, he does get a really decent level of attack and defense. And of course he gets a buff with the orbs that he collects if you're fighting a Goku family enemy, which every single enemy throughout this entire run for the Vegeta family stage is. So he's really good for that. You can pick up a ton of orbs and he'll do decent damage as well as defend reasonably well. But one of the other reasons that we brought him is because he is an STR orb changer. So that will help out units like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who, like I say, we want him to be getting his 18 key super all the time. And we are going to get him linked up with the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, because obviously we want Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta to super attack every turn because he has that chance to stun. But he is one of the only real units on the Vegeta family team that has over in a flash. Because otherwise we could have brought like a Super Saiyan 3 Trunks or one of the other Super Saiyans, like the Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Vegeta. But I thought the EZA Margin Vegeta would be the better option, just because of the added effects like the orb changing and just that little bonus that he gets for fighting the Goku family units. It means we don't have to pick up a huge amount of orbs in order for him to get a decent attack and defensive buff. And then lastly, the only other unit we haven't talked about is the Tech Vegeta that you see here. He's a really strong unit. As long as you pick up 3 orbs, even in his untransformed state, when he attacks, he does get a little bit of extra attack and defense. Mine is like 90% full level 10 links as well, because we've talked about it before in other videos and stuff, but I really like that unit and the Super Saiyan 2 team, so he is pretty beefed up for me. So, and there you go, we get nice decent heal off of the int orbs here. Dark Mask King obviously not going to take a lot of damage in slot 1, and then going to heal us a little bit. I was contemplating whether or not to use the active skill, because we got type disadvantage, so we're potentially not going to do a huge amount of damage. And this is one of those team setups like the Goku family one that we talked about previously, where we don't have one specific rotation that I really want to always be going into the next fight with, because whilst obviously Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is the much better defensive unit, this rotation is still really strong defensively, so it doesn't really matter which one we go into. But technically the Super Saiyan 3 one is probably slightly better, so I decided to use the active skill just in the hopes that we can actually finish him off this turn. So 47k from a super from him, not too bad. He's been attack lowered enough that his normal attacks are just not going to do any damage. We are at a reasonable amount of HP, considering we not using any items. So that the healing from Dark Mask King really helps out on this team. It probably is possible without him, because way back when we had the previous set of category stages, I actually did the Pure Saiyans stage, no items run, with a Vegeta family team. Because that's just how useful like STR Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is, that I purposely used that team so I could bring him. And there's obviously been a lot of really strong units released since then, so this team is definitely very powerful. So obviously we go ahead and put Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in slot 1 so he can tank all the hits. Gohan's attacking twice in slot 2 and Goku only once, so obviously we'll go for the attempted stun on Gohan. And then we grab the same type orbs for Majin Vegeta. We can't get 3 orbs for the Tech SS2 Vegeta, but we can at least get a super attack with him. So, I mean, he still does reasonable damage even if you don't pick up the 3 orbs, but obviously ideally we want to be getting that minimum of 3 every time. And then of course he has the possibility to transform further into the event as long as we're down to 1 enemy, and then it's based on the amount of HP that he has. So because we are mostly just going to be using him as a 3rd slot floater, it's very possible that we don't actually get to any points where we get to see him transform. I actually can't remember if it happens at all during this run, but still gets a pretty solid attack stat. No crit though, unfortunately, and as you can see we are losing a little bit of health here, but fortunately Dark Mask King can come in here and give us the heal, because he heals based on damage done as well. If we attack Goku, then obviously we're going to do more damage because we have type advantage, and then I decide to attack Goku with the Black Mask Saiyan as well, just because obviously he's got to take 2 hits from him with type disadvantage, so ideally we want to lower his attack as much as possible, so he can't deal too much damage to us. I mean, in this scenario, looking at this turn the way it's playing out, if the Goku super attacks the Black Mask Saiyan, we probably would just die anyway, because even if you put a couple of attack lowers on a unit, super attacks will still do quite a lot of damage. And as you can see there, the my Black Mask Saiyan only has 1 dupe, so at 69%, you saw the Gohan, not attack lowered, did close to 90k from a normal attack. So, but here we go, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Don't always see this that often, but actually gets the super attack counter. So, whilst it doesn't do a crazy amount of damage, it means that we don't take any damage from the super, and doing a little bit of extra damage to him for free is always nice. So, so here we target Gohan for the stun again, since he does have the most health. Plus, I don't think he's not been attack lowered at all. So the game plan here would be to work on getting rid of Goku as quickly as possible. Definitely could have played that turn better for the orbs though, because we're not going to get an 18 key super for Vegeta. Well, we're not even going to get a super attack at all for Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, but we do come through with the stun from the Super Saiyan 3. So Majin Vegeta does reasonable damage. Fortunately, because Goku's been attack lowered twice, Vegeta here, yeah, so he takes 10k. Obviously, that's not ideal, but if Goku wasn't attack lowered, it would have been a heck of a lot more than that. So, we are getting super close to the Dokkan attack as well. I think throughout this run, probably going from round 1, we've probably picked up same type orbs a little bit too much. So we are getting the Dokkan attack here. Unfortunately, both of our rotations, because they are very defense based, we don't really have a good rotation to get the Dokkan attack with. So I decided to go ahead and do it with the Dark Mask King here, just because we obviously really want to finish off Goku first. And we do have type advantage. Obviously, we heal based on the damage we do. So you heal from the Dokkan attack at the end of the turn. But at least this hit from King Vegeta is going to give us a ton of health here. Which will then help the Black Mask Saiyan to survive in that middle slot. Although I believe, even if he doesn't crit, he might take out Goku here. Okay, yeah, he did. So we don't have to worry about that. We got a very big heal off of that Dokkan attack thanks to Dark Mask King. So yeah, of course, with that combined with the Dokkan attack effect, we are now on full HP. So obviously, ideally, you want to be getting the Dokkan attack in the third fight, because it just makes it quicker to like finish out the run, especially when you're going for a no items run. You obviously don't want to be hanging around in the fights for too long. But because this team is so good defensively with its 2 main rotations, it's really not that much of an issue. Like, we are absolutely going to be killing Gohan this turn. And because after hitting Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, who's not going to take any damage, he's not attacking again until the final slot. So there's basically no way that he isn't dead before he even gets a chance to attack Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And look at that, his 2 attacks did, what, like 66 damage in total or something like that? So Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, clearly the MVP. He gets the stun again. And there you see, you get the additional super when the enemy's already stunned. He has a 2 million attack stat with no support on the rotation. So he gets a crit, takes him out. I love how units that don't often stun when you need them to, if you get the killing blow with them, you can almost guarantee that it's also a stun. So, but yeah, going on to the final fight. So now we've got the SSR base form version of the Go Bros, and then the SSR base form version of LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku as well. That's a card art that I have had to get used to seeing. Those of you who are new to the channel maybe don't know, but the LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku was the first summonable LR that I ever rainbowed, and then I've pulled him so many times since then that even though it was a real waste of orbs, I have actually rainbowed his TUR, because his TUR is a base form Goku, and he's really not even that good, but I've just pulled him so many times, I kind of had to give in to the meme. So Dark Mask King tanks really well slot 1, of course, heals back basically all the damage that he took. And then we get the Black Mask Saiyan to do some attack lowering as well. His defense is obviously not as good. Like you can see, even from an attack lowered enemy, he's taking 40k. It's quite surprising how, I don't want to say shafted, because I did get a lot of the good stuff off of that Heroes banner. But in all the summons that I did on the Heroes banner, I think I rainbowed all the Super Saiyan 4s except for Bardock, who's at 90%. I got a ton of other good stuff, but like in all of the multis that I did, I only pulled 1 copy of the Black Mask Saiyan, because I went into the banner already having 1 copy of him. I literally had 0 Dark Mask Kings, and not only did I rainbow him, I think I must have pulled like 7 or 8 spare useless copies. So it's always funny when you see like banners that have guaranteed featured units as the SSR. Just how that spread of featured units can be, because obviously I know a few people that went quite deep into the banner and didn't get a single copy of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, let alone rainbow him. So bit of a disappointment that we didn't get more dupes for the Black Mask Saiyan, but obviously as you're watching this video, is good enough to get the run done, so it is all good. And obviously our team is very STR heavy, so we can use that to our advantage here to try and get rid of Gohan and Goten as quickly as possible. We are taking a super hit on Vegeta, so 229k, that's a lot. It's a good thing we'd already built ourselves back up to full HP. And then of course we are just going to heal a huge amount of that back this turn. Not just from the int orbs that we can pick up here, but also from the Dark Mask King super attack effect as well. I decided to attack Goku and Gohan with him, Gohan and Goten with him, just so we can attack lower them a bit more, because obviously he does have type disadvantage. And then we switch over to Goku for the Black Mask Saiyan, just get as much attack lowering in as we can, and then we are able to get the 18 key super with the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Because the good thing about him, whilst you do have to get his 18 key super to raise his defense, as long as you do get it, he will tank for double digits from most enemies. It will be interesting to see how much he takes from the Goku because of type disadvantage. Although, to be fair, Goku's been attack lowered, and we get an additional super from the Black Mask Saiyan, so he gets double attack lower in the same turn. So this is looking pretty good. LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is going to be able to do a nice bit of damage here to Gohan and Goten. Obviously, being the last fight and the fact there's only 2 of them, they do have quite a lot of HP. But then, of course, we get into this situation, as we do on both the Goku and Vegeta family. It's why the Super Saiyan 4s are so useful in Super Battle Road, is you get to turn 4, and then we can go ahead and use the active skill. So we get a nice bit of free damage here. No crit, but we do 1.5 million damage for free. I mean, if we crit, we literally would have taken out Gohan and Goten. But it's all good because we can just put Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in slot 1. This is one of those situations where, knowing Super Battle Road, you'd expect Gohan and Goten to super attack since they survived with the tiniest sliver of health. But even if they do, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta obviously isn't going to take any damage. So we go for the stun on Goku with Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta because we are easily going to kill Gohan and Goten this turn. So if we can get the stun here, the run is basically in the bag, and then there you go. So double digit damage from the Go Bros. Majin Vegeta easily overkills them here because they had the tiniest bit of health imaginable. And then Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, obviously, unfortunately, if he doesn't crit, he's not going to do crazy amounts of damage. So my one is only 69%, I believe, whilst I'm pretty sure for this run the friend one is Rainbow. And then, yeah, this is a really good turn because Goku is stunned, which means we're going to attack lower him twice, heal off of the Dark Mask King attack, and do a pretty big amount of damage with the Tech Vegeta in the final slot as well. All while Goku is literally unable to attack and do any extra damage to us. So at the start of next turn, when he's unstunned, if he survives, he's been attack lowered multiple times. And of course, next turn is the Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta rotation. So he's not even going to be able to do damage to us. And here we get the additional super from the Tech Vegeta, 2.5 million attack stat. I think we get pretty close to actually killing him right here. Yeah, look at that. His health bar is basically invisible. So why not finish it off with the active skill? And there we go, 1.5 million crit off the active skill. No crit really needed, his health bar was so low. And there you go, that is the Vegeta family stage of Super Battle Road beaten with no items. Obviously there are ways to work around it if you don't have the heroes units. Check out the team building guide that I made. Also, you can go back, it will be in the same playlist as this because I have all of my no item runs for Super Battle Road in the same playlist. But you can go back and check out the Pure Saiyans stage that I did with a Vegeta family team, and that was so long ago a bunch of these units weren't out, like including the Tech transforming Vegeta. So feel free to check that out if you don't have the heroes units. But there you go. That is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the link to my Discord in the description. Feel free to join in the fun over there. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.